Hey guys, today I'll be going over my top 5 degenerate manga, and boy have I read so much manga that go pretty bad, but I think these are the top 5 for me, at least for now. Number 5 is going to be the least, it's going to be the most tame of all of these, is dog, yeah, it's exactly what you're thinking. I'm gonna call it dog ningen, which means dog human, because that's supposed to be the alternative title. And so dog ningen is all about a dog where his mom was we'll just say raped. His mom was raped by his human dad. So yeah, it already from the very first page just starts off really shocking. And so it's all about his story where he's just a dog human and he's trying to hunt down his dad so he can also grape him. Exactly, you did not hear me wrong. Yeah, so this manga already makes a huge impact in just the first chapter. But besides that, and the pretty off-putting premise, it does have a lot of pretty cool action scenes. Kind of reminds me of One Punch, just the huge buildings just being crashed and crumbled, and these super overpowered main character and villains. And it's not necessarily my cup of tea. I think it's kind of lacking the kind of slice of life in between moments where it's just more talking about the lore and characters. This one is just a little bit too straightforward for me. There's a lot of pretty weird villains. And I will have to say, I didn't read much of this. I only read like the first few chapters, so maybe it gets better later. But yeah, just for now, that's on the 5th on my list. It's kind of has a shocking premise, but overall it's actually not that bad. Next we have Panty and Stocking. So Panty and Stocking is all about 2 angels living on Earth to eradicate these monsters called ghosts. And they are very, very different from your conventional angels. They break pretty much every single law that you can think of. They're super... what do you call it? They sleep around, they break things, they're super loud, they absolutely don't have a care in the world for other people or what other people think. And it's a very interesting dynamic because there are also the opposing demon sisters, Scanty and Garter Belt, and they are very much law abiding. They like to make the rules and make sure everything is orderly. And so I guess it's the whole kind of foil design where, you know, two characters are very different. And yeah, it is just very interesting to watch, and the character designs are so on point. It is an absolutely visual pleasure to just look at these designs and these colors. It's a very cartoony style, so it's very much not very conventional to the anime looking style. It's much more cartoon looking, but I just absolutely love this style, and I am super happy that they're having a sequel. And I think it's been, I don't know, it's been over 10 years, I think. Has it been 14 years? I don't know, but it's been a very long time since the first season. But there is a sequel upcoming, and man, the trailer looks pretty amazing. And they did reuse a lot of clips from the first season into this sequel trailer, but I just know it's going to be an absolute blast. I saw somewhere really long time ago released comic kind of sketch of what the second season would look like, and it's about as we remember, Panty gets sliced up into all kinds of pieces, and Briefs is trying to find all of her pieces to piece back together the original Panty. And yeah, I am just super interested, and hopefully there are much more seasons to come after as well, because apparently the director has a lot of ideas for future seasons as well. So super looking forward to that. And yeah, I think the only complaint I have about this anime is that there is a lot of filler. So yeah, I do hope that more of the episodes in the future can focus more on the plot or have just less filler episodes, because in the first season there was literally more filler episodes than actual plot episodes. I think there's like only like 3 where I really felt like the plot was being moved forward, but yeah, that's just my opinion. Now next up is I got reincarnated in a BL world of big man boobs. Yes, that is the title. So you already know how this is gonna roll. And it is exactly as the title says, where this nerd gets reincarnated into a BL world, and these main characters got big pecs. So the main ship that's very apparent is the main character and this big boobed Yakuza guy, which is pretty much like a gentle giant stereotype. And oh my gosh, that I don't even know what editor approved this or what. When I first, there's something about this manga which just shocks me to my core. Like, I've seen a lot of really bad stuff, but this is the first time I've seen this kind of concept. But yeah, there are also a lot of like there's like 2 other characters that are like possible ships, but it's very much apparent that the main character is going to end up with the Yakuza. I do like how the author spends enough time kind of fleshing out each character backstory. I guess, I mean, what else do you have to, what else can you do, right? What else can you write this manga about? There's not much plot. The plot is just literally the boobs. So yeah. Now the next manga on our list is, no matter how I look at it, it's your guys' fault I'm not popular. And I'm not talking about myself. That is literally the manga title. Oh my gosh, when I read this manga very, very long time ago, I think back in high school. I might be dating myself, but this manga is super based. Like, absolutely, just pretty much every intrusive thought you've had in high school, she thinks it and she acts on it. Like, there is no holding back for this girl. And what I really do like is that she actually tries to better herself, even though she has super severe social anxiety. And I'm no psychologist, but I think it's pretty apparent she has a lot of social anxiety kind of related things going on. And I do really like how over the manga she forms a lot of friends and gets better at handling people, and this is very, very apparent as you read the manga. So there is a lot of character development and lots of characters in general, and I just really like seeing that character development over time. That is just really satisfying to see. And there is a lot of chapters, so I remember actually dropping this really long time ago and then picking this up a couple of months ago again. But yeah, it's pretty good. Next is Rosen Garten Saga, and now this is the very top on my degenerate list, and pretty much every degenerate thought is manifest here. We got BDSM, NTR, grape. We got big groups doing the old in and out, and we got incest, and the list pretty much goes on. And pretty much everything you can think of that is bad is in here. I mean, this, I seriously am just, I got my hand to my head just thinking, how did this ever get approved? But this manga does have a plot. There is an underlying plot and mystery surrounding the main character, which keeps me reading. And actually in the latest chapters we find out. So the main character goes to participate in the Rosengarten tournaments, wielding this legendary sword that houses the soul of a prince who uses her body in various ways, and you can take that as you would, and whatever you're thinking is correct. And now I really like the first few chapters. It just a whole lot of things happens there. She, you know, goes through all these weird circumstances, recruits weird people, and there is just a lot of fighting. And so there's a lot of fighting right now, and it's just kind of tiring me out, honestly, but it's still pretty entertaining. But this definitely takes the cake of this list. But yeah, that's all. That's my whole list. Let me know what you guys have read. What is your top degenerate manga you've ever read? Let me know. Bye.